I'm never too big to say when I'm wrong. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. I didn't plan to be back here this soon, but I'm here for another episode of Back-PEDDLIN and Pussy Poppin'. And the whole thing is, there was the whole little situation about me and the king. Me and the king didn't see eye to eye, and it seems as though maybe I have judged too harshly or too fast against the king. And maybe the king really isn't as bad as what I thought. Let me explain to you what happened. So earlier today, I was actually on the king's. He was doing a live feed, and I actually went onto his live Instagram, and he was really, really upset. He really was. He was upset. He felt as though he had been judged unfairly. He didn't understand exactly what he had done that had made this happen, and it seems as though there are more people coming at him than actually just me. So I ended up being one of a crowd of people who had attacked him, and he felt as though it was really unjust and it wasn't done for the right reasons. He also went on to say how he, he thought a lot of it had to do with the fact that he has, upwards of 80,000 subscribers, and maybe people were actually trying to, get subscribers from him and that kind of thing, and attacking him that way. And I really listened, and I said, James, maybe you moved wrong, and maybe at this point you may not have done the right thing. And you all know, if you've been watching me at any time or you're new to the channel, like I said, I'm never too old, I'm never too wise, I'm never too big to say when I'm wrong. So I said, let me really think about it. Couple hours have actually gone by, and the top of the cake was, and there was some more stuff that actually went on in his live, and I'll talk about that a little later. But as I was coming home, I got a notification on my phone, and I said, "Oh, what's this?" And I look, and I was literally thrown back when I looked, and I actually had a donation came through my PayPal from King JJ, and it had a very nice note on it, and it actually said, thank you so much for your continued support. And he had actually donated $5 to my PayPal. And I said, wow, James, seriously, you went on a 17 plus minute rant on this child, and maybe you've done too much, and you've spoken too soon, and maybe you are in the wrong. And then to actually see him, in that state where he was really, he really was upset. He was saying, that all he wanted to do was to celebrate his Mother's Day with his family with no hassle, and to think that I was actually a part of what was actually making him feel that way. So this is what I want to do, okay? Because I am really sorry that you felt that way, JJ. So I've done something here that I want to share with you to actually make it up to you, okay? And I hope you accept this, and I hope you think this is enough to make up for how you felt. I'm really all about paying it forward. I really am. I'm really all about paying it forward. Um, as you all know, if you follow the Vegas Gate thing and all of that, myself, Tiki 44, Say Sean Bradley, and Squeaky Jones were all a part of a group that we actually did. And also the lady was actually a part of the group as well. We did a group, we were a group that we did a love offering. We were the love offering group. And we actually would pick a random subscriber and we would actually drop money on them like every several months, like every quarter. And it was money out of our own pocket. So I am all about paying it forward. So to make up for how JJ felt with what went down, I have actually taken and I want to go and pay it forward. The $5 that you actually put into my PayPal account, I've actually taken that and I paid it forward for someone else and I put the $5 into their PayPal account. And I let them know that it all actually stemmed from you. And, I didn't go into the whole situation of exactly what happened with you and I, but I went into, this was a donation that came to me from JJ, and I am paying it forward to you. And the person that I actually did, for those of you who don't, it's another YouTuber. If you don't know him, I want you to go and take a look at his channel, sign up for him. He's an up and coming YouTuber as well. And he is actually the real king of reads. I dropped it in Alexander Rogers' PayPal. So thanks, JJ, for the donation. And let me tell you something, bitch. Don't sit around and think that you're quick enough nor swift enough to think that you can read me. Bitch, they call me the queen for a reason. I do this shit in my sleep. You understand? Girl, you got to get up a little bit earlier to start this. All that old bullshit, and all of a sudden you're the victim. How many times have we been through this with you? You're always the victim after you start the shit. Then you're always the victim. Well, guess what? You done knocked on the right door. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. I really don't. You can get on there and cry. You can get on there and be depressed. You can get on there and yell and scream and do all those little things you do. And I went on your live because, again, I am a fan of yours. I am a fan of yours, and I am bitch enough to come and sit on your live and listen to you talk about me. I had no problem with it. I had no problem with you saying that my camera was trash and my video quality is not good. And you think, girl, really? Okay. And my background ain't no good. That all that you see in my background is a stairwell. Baby, that ain't no stairwell. That's a staircase. You find staircases in houses. You find stairwells in apartment buildings, business buildings, and sometimes in recreational centers. If you just happen to be in like a park and you're sleeping on a bench and there's a recreational center there, you will see a stairwell there. So no, but baby, that's a staircase. This is a house. It's a house. Anyway, so, that whole thing, that none of that bothered me with what you had going. I didn't care about that. And I'm really not trying to steal your subscribe. Girl, I don't want your subscribers. That's not even my thing. That's not my zhuzh. That's not why I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube because I have something to say. I have a message that I can actually get out. I actually do know things. And I actually can help people. And I actually am entertaining to people. Just like you are. You're entertaining to people. Now, what you know and what you can share, girl, there's a large space in between you and I. But, you do you, and I'm going to do me. But no, this was never about trying to take your subscribers. So I want you to know that this is solely about letting you the fuck have it. Nothing more, nothing less. So don't give yourself too much credit on that. The other thing is, I want you to not, now I really don't want you to be screaming and yelling and doing all that business you were doing, because you know you're a fat bitch and you get all out of breath when you get upset and you're on there and you're screaming and you're spitting all over your camera. And girl, I don't want to see you where your blood pressure starts to raise and all of that. That's no good. And that shortness of breath. And then you were starting to sweat a little bit. See, and that's when you go to stinking. So I don't want to be the cause of you doing all that. So just kind of chill out. Okay. And just two more things. And then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get on out of here. I want you not to be on your lives and stuff talking about beating folks' ass. Now, girl, now that's where we got to kind of draw the line. You don't need to be on there talking about whipping up on nobody's ass, because you know good and well you're a punk. You know good and well, girl, you not going to bust a grape to make some wine for your alcoholic ass to drink. And you know it. So don't be on there with that threatening shit and talking about how you going to whoop somebody's ass. You know, you don't want to do that. You know, and I'm not one who actually goes for bad or anything like that. But trust me, the last thing I'm worried about is you whooping my ass, okay? So you don't, girl, that's very unattractive. And you know you're a punk. You ain't whooping nobody's ass, child. Sit on down. And last thing, in all seriousness, I know that you live for the 22nd. You live for the 22nd. And I really do appreciate the donation that you made, because that's money, literally, that's revenue out of your pocket. I really appreciate it. And I was really happy to give it to my friend, the real King of Reeds. But don't you ever fret, bitch. You got a friend in Pennsylvania. You understand me, bitch? Because this is not personal. It's not that deep. You got a friend in Pennsylvania. You got an old queen that's going to look out for you, baby. Whenever the time comes, and yes, the time will come again, because it always comes, where you can't pay your rent, bitch, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it, bitch. Hit me up, and I'll make sure you get it. Okay? All right, now, you go on. Happy Mother's Day to you and yours, and you take care of yourself. Later, bitch.